Welcome to my public awareness talk series. This time I am going to talk about the importance of breastfeeding. All over the world, first week of August is celebrated as Breastfeeding Awareness Week in order to educate, encourage and emphasize people on breastfeeding. The theme for World Breastfeeding Week 2024 is Closing the Gap Breastfeeding Support for All and is held annually during the first week of August from August 1st to 7th. The campaign aims to highlight the importance of breastfeeding and the ways in which families, communities, and healthcare providers can support breastfeeding mothers. Some strategies include breastfeeding counseling during pregnancy, employer accommodations, support for breastfeeding programs, family encouragement, and breastfeeding normalization. Breast milk is the greatest and highest valuable gift that the mother can give for her newborn child. Breastfeeding is not the choice but a fundamental responsibility and is women's superpower. Breast milk can be compared to a nectar and is nothing but the ultimate love in the form of food and is every baby's birthright. Nature is so intelligent and kind to engineer the human body in such a way so as to produce breast milk, which is a perfect nutrition for the baby and no artificial food can substitute for it in completion. Preparation for the breastfeeding is an automated process. It starts during pregnancy itself as early as second month of pregnancy. The development or the maturation of the breast, synthesis or the production of the breast milk, and secretion and the ejection of the breast milk happens naturally whether you want it or not, due to the interplay of many hormones. Human placental lactogen hormone secreted by the placenta prepare the breast tissue for the feeding. Estrogen, progesterone, prolactin bring in the maturation of milk secreting glands and increase sufficient ducts for the milk to flow. Drop in progesterone hormone level soon after the delivery promotes milk secretion, which is maintained by prolactin hormone later. Suckling action by the baby sends information to mother's brain which produces oxytocin, which in turn helps in ejection of milk and brings in the feeling of ecstasy with unconditional love and lifetime bondage. Although most of it happens naturally, it is important for every expectant mother to prepare voluntarily for breastfeeding from early pregnancy itself in terms of nutrition, hydration, positive thinking, relaxed mind, and nipple massage, which can be done from 36 weeks of pregnancy. Nutrition and emotion plays a very important role in lactation and breastfeeding. Any fearful, unrealistic information from the social media or friends about breastfeeding should be clarified and corrected at the earliest with a treating doctor. Breastfeeding should be started as soon as a baby is born. Golden hour in breastfeeding refers to immediate skin-to-skin contact between mother and the newborn and the initiation of breastfeeding within 1 hour of childbirth. And this is very important to the child's growth and development. Breast milk is a perfect food in terms of nutrition in the first 6 months for the newborn. It has enormous benefits not only for the baby but also for the mother, family, society, country, and environment. Colostrum is a first milk which is yellow, thin, watery liquid produced during first few days after childbirth and is rich in immunoglobulins, carbohydrates, and low in fat. It is perfect for easy digestion and good for nervous system and protects the babies from infection. It has a laxative effect, thereby clears bilirubin and prevents jaundice. Colostrum is replaced with breast milk, which looks like cow's milk in 3 to 4 days of time. Recommended feeding schedule is to feed the baby every 2 to 3 hours. Suckling for 15 minutes on one breast and 5 minutes on the opposite breast at each session is ideal. Feeding like this is highly beneficial because there is something called foremilk which comes first and is rich in proteins, and the hind milk which comes later which is rich in fat. When babies are fed with both foremilk and hind milk, baby gets both protein and fat which takes care of their growth and serves as a best food for the baby in terms of health and appearance. That is why breastfed babies always look healthy, active, and chubby. Frequent feeding helps in prevention of jaundice, dehydration, and hypoglycemia. Feeding position should be comfortable both for the baby and the mother. There are different positions while feeding like football position, cradle position, cross cradle position, side lying position, laid back position, which the treating doctor or the lactation specialist can teach. Better to avoid sleeping position while feeding. Express bit of milk for the baby to smell so that baby will open the mouth. Entire nipple and part of the areola should be kept inside the baby's mouth while feeding to avoid nipple pain or sore nipples. Always bring baby to breast and not breast to the baby's mouth. After feeding the baby, burping is must so that whatever the air that has gone into the tummy while feeding comes out, thereby preventing aspiration and tummy pain. It is very important to burp the baby after feeding from each breast. Next important question is, how do we know that feeding is adequate? Feeding is adequate if the baby is passing urine 5 to 6 times in a day and if there is no excessive weight loss. All babies lose some weight after birth, but if the weight loss is more than 10% in 72 hours, it is called excessive weight loss. And this indicates inadequate feeding, and baby may need top feeds, either powder milk or donor milk along with the breast milk. Sometimes the milk production may be so much in excess that it causes heavy breast or hard breast called breast engorgement, which is quite painful and needs immediate attention. Otherwise, it can get infected and form an abscess, that is pus collection, which needs a surgery for removal of the pus. Whenever there is breast engorgement, better to consult the doctor who will advise for hot fermentation and to express milk either manually or using the pump so that the breasts are kept soft. Express milk can be stored in room temperature hygienically and can be used to feed the baby later or can be donated to the Human Milk Bank. Human Milk Bank is like blood bank now situated in most cities, wherein the human milk from donors is collected, screened for infection, processed, pasteurized and dispensed. This can be used to feed the babies whose mothers cannot breastfeed due to inadequate production or where mothers are not allowed to breastfeed their babies due to the infection or if mothers are on some strong medication. It's very important not to fall for the myths about breastfeeding, and please don't get into negative notions regarding breastfeeding like if you breastfeed you will lose your looks, beauty, figure, and if you feed the baby you will get breast cancer, which are all absolutely wrong. There are numerous and n number of benefits of breastfeeding both for the baby and mother. Let's understand the advantages of breastfeeding on the baby. Breast milk protects the baby from infection, allergy, and asthma. It reduces the risk of diarrhea, respiratory illness, and ear infection. Breast milk improves the brain development and enhances the intelligent quotient of the baby. Breast milk promotes bowel movement and prevents constipation. Breastfeeding provides good hydration and prevents jaundice by facilitating the excretion of an yellow pigment called bilirubin from the intestines by increasing the intestinal motility. Breast milk is easily digestible and available at free of cost, hence it is cost effective. Sucking action optimizes hand-eye coordination. It prevents intestinal problems like necrotizing enterocolitis. Breastfeeding satisfies baby's emotional needs and acts like a natural tranquilizer and relieves any pain for the baby. Breast milk is less gastric irritant, so less vomiting, and it facilitates proper jaw and dental development. Breastfed babies have better speech development and cognitive functions, positive psychosocial behavior. It reduces the risk of obesity, diabetes, and hypertension later in life. So, the message is breastfeeding has short-term and long-term beneficial effects on the baby. Now we will come to the benefits of breastfeeding on the mother. Breastfeeding helps in losing weight. It reduces the uterine blood loss and hence prevents anemia. It reduces the risk of breast cancer, osteoporosis, postpartum depression. It also protects from type 2 diabetes. Breastfeeding acts like a natural contraception. It gives good sleep because mother is very much relaxed while breastfeeding. Breastfeeding saves money and time for the mother and build the self-confidence. Food that increases the milk production are hydration of 3 to 4 liters per day, cereals like oatmeals, barley, corns, green leaves like spinach, beetle leaves, basil leaves, dill leaves, moringa, vegetables like carrot, drumstick, bottle gourd, garlic, broccoli, seeds like fennel seeds, cumin seeds, black sesame seeds, fenugreek seeds, chickpeas, animal products like cow's milk, fish and chicken soup, dry fruits like almond and apricot. In general, all green and colored fruits and vegetables are very good for milk production. Sometimes certain preparations like protein powder and tablets are taken to increase milk production, but definitely after consultation with a treating doctor. But believe me, many times good nutrition, hydration, relaxation, family support, listening to good music, soothing music, positive attitude, self-encouragement, attending to antenatal classes and postnatal lactation classes will help in breastfeeding. So factors that facilitate milk production include relaxed mind, comfortable, confident mothers, good sleep, good diet, hydration, positive attitude, and sight and sound of the baby, and of course, music. Factors that hinders milk production are worry, stress, pain, doubt, confusion, and anxiety. So finally, take-home message would be exclusive breastfeeding in the first 6 months of life and supplementary breastfeeding for at least 1 year and up to 2 years or more is very important for the child's physical and mental growth and development. Thank you very much.